smiklearn. I have just started my uh, just started putting the videos again for the React.js learners and then for the smiklearn viewers. So I just continue with my class. This is actually the basic principles of event handling in React. Okay, so we have the synthetic event system and then naming convention, passing event handlers as a props, inline function and component methods. So these are the basic principles we are going to see in the event handling. Okay. So what is a event handling? I'll show you an example of event handling. You can see the code for that. So this is actually the code you can see here. I created one pages events. This is the event counter here. I'm just calling this event counter here. So again, if you go to pages events.js, you can see the code here. Okay. So this is actually the event counter. This is a function, is a arrow function. In this arrow function, we have the handle click event where the button, when the button is clicked, on click event is clicked, this handle click event will be called, and then you'll get the alert here. Okay. So this is actually a div class, and then we have created one button here, and then it says click me, and then button ends here, and this is a div, and we have the event counter here. So if you run this program, you can see the output here. Okay, so this is output. If I click it here, you can see the alert here. You clicked me, and then you can increment the count also, and then you can decrement the count also. So this is how the this increment and decrement control I'll show you. That is actually the other event we are going to see. So this one event is going to show you the alert. So this is a sample event I have shown here. So handle click is the event, on click is the event actually. On clicking this button, you will get the handle click event. So this is the event, handle click event, and then you have the alert here. You can pass the event parameter also. I'll show that in second example for that.
Common event handling patterns in React. These patterns includes but are not limited to. We will see some of the common event handling patterns. First is binding event handlers with using use callback. This is one of the function which is available in the React hooks. So you can use the use callback to memorize the handler. And then we have the event handlers with parameters. So this is we can pass the parameters to the event handlers. And then we have the conditional event handling. So we can put conditions whenever you want to handle the events. And then event delegations. I'll show you the examples of the event delegations. And then we have the event bubbling. Optimize handling for list inline arrow functions. We'll see some of the event handling codings here. I'll show you. So first we have seen the event. This is normal handle click event. So event is nothing but when you are clicking a button, when you are changing any text box values, that is called as on change event, on click event, on submit event, on double click event. All these are called as event, right? So likewise, I shown an example of the on click event. Okay, so this is the second event I will be showing it. It is a on change event. So this on change event is nothing but whenever you change the value of the input text value, that handle change event will be called. This handle change event will set the input value. Okay, so you can see the parameter is passed here. So this parameter is nothing but it's an event. So event dot target dot value. Okay, I'll run this program and show you how to run this program. We'll show you. So what is the name of the event.js? It's actually it's my input, right? So I'll say my input app.js. I'll just disable this command and then I'll run this program my input. Okay, so my input will be automatically we have to include this import my input from dot pages events events 2. Okay, I'm just running this program. You can see the output here. So I can see type something, right? So I'm just typing. You can see the typed value here. Okay, so this is called as on change event. Okay, I'll show you that event now. You can see the on change event here. So now I'm just changing this on change event. This handle will be triggered and you will get the event here. This is the I shown you that, and we called as event with parameters, event handlers with parameters. So that's it. And then the input value. The input value is a use state value. So whenever you are changing the value, that value will be set here. Okay. So this event dot target dot value. Whenever you're typing in the text box, that value will be, you will be getting in that event. So event dot target dot value. That value will be shown here. So that is called as set input value. Okay. So this is input tag, and then we have the p tag value. What are the values you are typing? It will be shown that. So this is event 2. Next we will see event 3. Event 3 is nothing but this is actually event delegations, right? So I'll show you what is this coding here. I have written a task manager here. This is a task manager. Okay, this task manager function will have the use state value like read an article, read a book, write an article code, and each it will have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this is one JSON, and then that JSON will be shown here. Task.map task. So task.map, you know already. This will map this task value is a list value. Then task.id, key equal to last.id, task.test. Okay, and then button click, delete task. So if you click that delete button, it will be clicked here. That task will be deleted automatically. So set current task is equal to set current task dot filter dot task id equal to not equal to task id. Then the task id will be filtered actually. Okay. So I'll run this program and show you. Then only you can understand. I'm just disabling this. Blind comments, and then disabling this counter line comment, and then what is the event3.js is nothing but it's a task manager, right? So we'll import the task manager, not.js task manager. Okay, so import task manager from dot pages events event 3. Okay, we run this program and you can see the output here. You can see the read article here, read book, write an article, code. You can see the delete button here, but it is actually not showing properly. The color was mismatching. So if we delete this task, read article will be deleted, read book will be deleted. So what actually it is doing, when you click this button, event3.js, if you click this button, so when the button is clicked, this event delete task will be called. The delete task will be set task, and then we have the current task.filter. Okay, so this will filter this task, and then task will be set. Okay, this is actually called as event delegation. Event delegation is nothing but whenever you are triggering an event, automatically the delegate will be called here. The delete will be called here. That is called as event delegations. And then we have the next event. We will see event 4. This is we call it as use callback. This is the function use callback. So we'll run this program and see what is that use callback will do. We'll write a handle component. Okay, so I'm just disabling this task manager, and then I'm running this handler component. Just say import handler component from pages events 4. I'm just running this program. Okay, it throws some error. Okay, this is actually handler component. Handler component I have called it, but it says error is not defined. It is not defined, right? So if we go to event 4.js, I imported the component handler component, but still it throws error. I'll go to the app.js, just change this and saving it. Now I can see this running here. Okay, if I click that, it is not working out. So we'll see what is that event 4 does. So button click me, handle click, use callback, console log button dot clicked. So if you go to the console log, you can see the button clicked. Okay, let me show you once again. You can see here button clicked. So this is actually a callback function. So what is this callback function? Whenever you call this handle click event, automatically the event uses the callback, automatically it goes to the callback here. Okay, so the callback function I'll tell you in brief. Now you see this example, and then we'll continue with the next event 5. So in event 5, this is called as conditional event. In this conditional event, you can see this here. I have written the check login. In this, I am using useState is logged in, and then I have written a function called toggle login. Set login is equal to is logged in. Okay. So if it is false, it will become true. If it is true, it will become false. And then this is another function, handle login. If is logged in, user is logged in. If else, user is logged out. This is a console log. So here I displayed one s2 tag. Is logged in, user is logged in. If user is not logged in, it is user. If it is true, this will user is logged in. If it is false, this will show user is not logged in. So button unclick event handle login check login. So it will automatically show logout or login. I will run this program and show you, then only you can get the idea. Check login. I'm just disabling this. And then entering the value here. Check login. Okay. So automatically it will be included here. If I run this program and see, you can see here user is not logged in. If I say check login, user is logged in. If I say logout, it will be user is logged in. Check login, user is logged out. Okay. If I say login and then check login, user is logged in. So you can see the status now. Okay. So this is how this is functioning now. Okay. This is system event 5. So this button is clicked, handle login will be called. If it is logged in, user is logged in. It will do the console log. Okay. And this button is for logout or logged in. So this is called as conditional login. Unclick toggle login. Toggle login set logged in equal to false. If it become false, it will say logout. If it is become true, this will become logout. If it is false, it will say login. So automatically the button value will be getting changed. Then the toggle login will work. So this is called as conditional event. And next I'll show you, this is another important event. This is actually prevent default. This is another example for the event handling. Prevent default is nothing but, I'll show you the what is prevent default. Prevent default is the behavior in the event handlers. Default behavior, browser behavior, is the automatic action the browser performs when a specific event is fired. In event handling, the most common default browser behavior is that it refreshes when form is submitted. So whenever a default behavior happens, the page keep on refreshing. They keep on, sometimes the browser will be keep on triggering that event. To avoid that keep on triggering the event, you have to say event dot prevent default. That's what you can say. That is called as event dot prevent default. That means whenever you are changing that value, handle input change event, or whenever you are getting the submitting, you are submitting the event. So that event keeps on repeatedly sending that event. It keeps on submitting automatically to avoid that continuous event triggering. That thus happens in the Chrome. So we can use event dot prevent default for not happening, not triggering repeatedly. Okay, so that is the use of prevent default. So best practices for efficient event handling in React. Avoid using anonymous arrow functions inside the events. You should not use anonymous arrow functions. Memorize events with use callback hook. You have to use, if you are using any memorize events, you have to use callback hook. Okay, and then you have to use event delegation. Prevent default behavior where necessary. Clean up the event listeners. Test event handlers. These are the best practices of handling the events. Next, we will see advanced JS components in the next class. Okay, thank you.